It's time to drop the puck on the home opener for PWHL New York. Toronto wins the opening faceoff, and we're underway. The Rock sends one quickly on net, and the quick save from Levy. Now Comfer trying to settle it down, sends it back down low once more. Sarah Nurse battling for possession, tried to feed Turnbull, but it comes out of the zone and all the way down the ice. These two teams met just 4 days ago, although it feels like a lot longer because there's been so much history made this week in the PWHL. A home and home to start the season, and a 4-0 win for New York in Toronto on New Year's Day. Both teams going at it. New York comes away with the puck early. Ballman will play it across for Hobson. Emma Woods feeds Abby Rock. And quickly, here comes New York. A quick shot and a pad save by Campbell. All the way around the boards, and New York able to hold it in. Good chances early on for both sides. Emma Woods will flip it in and go for a change. Toronto settles it down. Now, Julie, if you're a goalie, you probably want to feel the puck early on.
Well, yeah, definitely. That's what you want, because you want to get tested. You want to see if you're sharp and you're feeling right in a game day situation, especially if you're on the road, if you're Kristen Campbell after last game.
Here comes New York once more. Baker will play it ahead. Now Downey Landry streaking down the center, cuts to the left side. Good puck handling there. And Downey Landry continues to chase. Collision in the corner. Toronto comes away with it. Toronto briefly in the zone, but New York able to settle things down. Ella Shelton calmly playing it over to Jamie Bourbonnais. Ella Shelton will go down in history as the first one to score a goal in the PWHL. Ella Shelton's puck and stick on their way to the Hockey Hall of Fame in Toronto.
That's pretty good, isn't it? You don't get to keep it, I guess, but it's history.
Here comes Savannah Norcross flipping in for New York, and she'll give chase. Cut off nicely by Levis. Now Levis looking for a passing lane, will feed the point for Norcross. Norcross sends it down low. They'll ring it around the boards in a battle there. Baker able to hold the zone briefly for New York. Good communication from both teams as you hear them talking and trying to sort things out. Still very early in this new season. Toronto still trying to clear the zone. A good offensive shift here for New York. Eldridge will play it to the point. And a quick shot that deflects up and out of play. Abby Rock, a force to be reckoned with. Nice block shot by Sarah Nurse, who then plays it ahead for Blair Turnbull. Collision along the boards as Nurse gathers the puck, falls to her knees, and the puck comes out of the zone. Jamie Bourbonnais settling it down now for New York. Sends it up ahead as Renata Fast tries to get out of the way of the ref. And a quick chance there. Puck is loose in front, they score! And just like that, New York strikes first. It's 1-0.
Rock and roll, baby.
Yes.
That's what we thought. I think she could pass that beep test. We see here Chloe Arnaud with the pass in, nice little chip in, and there's Emma Woods right in front, dishes it to her, and then just that net front presence, hard in front of the goal. That's what they did last game. They're able to do that. And look, right, that nice little feed. And then so much time it felt like that Abby Rock had a chance to put that 1-5 over play.
Yeah, she is ready to rock, if you will. And a quick lead for the home team. Toronto trying for a quick answer here. Now they've been outscored 5-0 by this New York team to go back to that New Year's Day matchup. Looking for an answer, but Ballman takes a check, falls to the ice, plays it ahead. Now Spooner trying to maintain possession, takes a shot that was deflected on the way. Maggie Connors battling for it. Malte joins it down low. Intercepted by New York, and they turn it up the other direction. Cut off nicely by Connors. Downey Landry fighting for it too. Good battle along the boards here for both teams. Who's gonna give an inch?
Well, that's where you want to win it, is along the boards there to get possession.
Toronto able to come away with the puck, and Malte feeds the point. Now a quick shot that's blocked, and a nice block there by Saulnier, who then heads to the bench. Toronto was in offside. Let's take another look at that goal.
This goal had a lot of components. We see that Emma Woods was able to dish that one out from behind the net. And Abby Rock has some connections to Toronto.
Yes.
Her father, Jim, is a scout for the Toronto Maple Leafs. She said that they talk about her game a lot. They talk about hockey a lot. I said, what did he say about your first game? She said he was more interested in the atmosphere, that the fact that there were so many people involved and excited about hockey in Toronto. We also did talk about the Leafs and maybe what they might do in the future, but we'll save that for another discussion.
Another discussion. Abby Rock with all kinds of connections, as here comes a chance for Brittany Howard, and a glove save by Levy. We've got some feistiness breaking out early in this one, Jules.
Yeah, actually, a lot of the girls talked about how they love the physicality of this game. But let's look at this glove save from Abby Levy, and she is a New York native. We've talked about her pads. She has some of the best pads in the world, I have to say, and I want to do a whole soliloquy on it, but I won't right now. They're inspired a little bit by Henrik Lundqvist, but she's not a fan of Henrik Lundqvist because she grew up as an Islanders fan. Her family is here tonight. She's one of 5.
Toronto wins the draw in the O-zone. Foss able to play it aside. Now Sarah Nurse going to work down low, falls to the ice. Still battling here. Blair Turnbull will pick up the loose puck. Looking for a lane, spins off, and sends it down low. Quick shot that was blocked on the way. And New York comes away once again. It's Jessie Eldridge. Possession for the, or battle for the puck rather, and Renata Fast gets there first. Now Jocelyn LaRock finds Sarah Nurse. Some good pace to the start of this game. 1-0 New York, and this crowd was loving it. There's a lot of teal in the stands.
Yeah, teal is a big theme in the New York women's sports era. Gotham FC and the New York Liberty.
Vasco with a shot, finds traffic, and Howard keeps it alive, but goes over the net. Monroe now sends one toward the net, deflected by Howard, but wide.
You'll see Howard's stick's actually really long. She's short, but she loves the long stick. She said she's been working on her shooting since she was a kid, and she loves being able to give her leverage. She says that it's helped her a lot, and Troy Ryan said that you can tell when a player has a long stick like that, that they like to work on shooting.
Interesting. Good nugget. Here's Emma Malte. Goes to the center of the ice, and a quick shot, saved by Levy. Back comes New York with speed. It's Emma Woods sending it in. She'll follow up on the initial shot, but Toronto turns it up the other direction. Here's Malte going cross ice for Spooner, and he just missed Connor, streaking toward the net. Connors regains possession. Sends it down low for Spooner. The line's in a blender after that New Year's Day shutout. Troy Ryan saying he's still working to find who's going to have the best chemistry on the ice between his team.
Right, and it's still early in this season. We know that they're all trying to figure out who works well with one another. However, Jessie Eldridge did say in such a shortened season, one game, one loss can kind of put you behind. So you want to be able to take advantage of it.
Especially with the point system they're using, 3 points for a regulation win, and that's what has New York tied atop the standings with Minnesota. Now Jaguar battle along the boards with Jones. Puck comes out to the neutral zone as Zafuto flips it in. Nearly halfway through this first period, a 1-0 lead for New York. Zafudo collects the puck in her own zone. Jaguar going cross ice for Baker. Jaguar tried to fight through a stick and couldn't. Now Toronto tries to pick up the loose puck. Jesse Comfer doing work in the corner. Jade Downey-Landry strips the puck and turns it up the other way for New York. Howie Draper spent so much time, Julie, talking to us about defense, and we've seen really good defensive structure here so far tonight.
Right, I mean, that's what they want to do. He said, don't give them 5 seconds. You'll be able to give them an entire zone entry. So he liked what they did last game, but they just got to do it for an entire 60 minutes.
Toronto loaded up with superstars, as are all of the teams, because there's only 6 of them in the league. Now here's a chance for New York, and an errant pass will go the other direction. It's Toronto with numbers. Here's Larocque joining the rush. Larocque in onside and loses it. Back comes New York.
Well, we know that Troy Ryan really wanted them to work on their shot mentality. They had 62 shot attempts, but he said they could have had 200 shot attempts and only had 2 goals. He didn't like what they were able to do on net. He said we really need to get some more net front presence, get pressure, because they just weren't, it was almost being too cute, too many east-west passes. It's like, you just got to shoot the puck.
Abby Levy calmly plays the puck behind her own net. And Bourbonnais sends the head for Eldridge. Now Carpenter, who had a beauty of a goal in the opener, will go cross ice. Fallman, loose puck, and the save for Campbell. Abby Rock puts the home team up 1-0 early in the first. Chloe O'Rourke playing it down low for Rock once more. Rock fights off a check, ends up getting taken down to the ice. And Sarah Nurse slinging across the ice, but right to Rock. Rock with a chance, pad save. Somehow stays on another save by Campbell. New York keeping it alive. Emma Woods now with a dangerous pass right in front. Puck is loose. And oh, what another save by Campbell.
Holy jumping Campbell right there, and flurry of saves.
Incredible chance for Toronto, just missing out on what would be their first goal in the PWHL. Incredible chance for New York, excuse me. Great play by Campbell. Now here comes Kogan, trying to build some momentum off those incredible saves. Flanagan with a shot, and Levy gobbles it up. Kristen Campbell.
A little skirmish there in front of the net.
We're back here now where Toronto trails 1-0 in New York. Troy Ryan joining us now. Coach, what do you need to see different from your team in order to tie this up?
Well, I don't mind the start. I mean, we got to do a little better job getting establishing our forecheck and maybe possessing the puck a little more in the offensive zone. But I think we're getting going now, so we'll be fine.
Well, your goalie certainly looks locked in. Thanks so much for the time.
Well, thanks for having me.
The ref having a brief conversation to the ladies. Keep it clean, girls, right?
Well, you know that Abby Rock likes to chirp a lot of players, but she did tell me that it's usually valid.
Well, Malte got kicked out of the face-off circle there, so something happened. Yeah, Abby Rock already voted best chirper in the league. And here she comes, carrying the puck down the left side. Already with 1 goal here today.
She said she learned that trash talking from when she played boys hockey her entire life. She said you had to be able to keep up with the chirps. And having played boys hockey myself, I completely understand that. I felt them myself. So she said she does them, but she doesn't do anything mean. Just sort of, you know, picks out things that might be particularly, you know, I don't know.
Troubling, get under the skin of your opponents.
How do you say chirping in a nice way? She calls the Canadians divers because they are. That's what she told me.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm not sure if that's objective,
I don't know. We are airing across North America, so we have to be careful what we say.
Hello
but you can
to
represent
all of
Canada.
our viewers.
I'll represent Team USA, which,
and
by
across
the way,
the world, too.
Big World Juniors win on the boys' side today for Team USA. Congrats to them.
Congratulations.
Saw a couple of these women posting about that on social media as Larocque tried to hold the zone. It comes out to the neutral zone. Cut off by Gerard. But Larocque gets it right back. Turns it up the ice, and a good chance here for Toronto. Leslie takes a shot, and it's gobbled up by Levy. And some more little extracurriculars between Basco.
So I'd love to talk a bit more about Abby Levy, because as we know, Schroeder got that incredible shutout, and so we were kind of wondering a bit more about Abby. She's laid back, she's poised, she's calm. Howie Draper said she couldn't be more different from Schroeder.
Well, she gets the start here in her hometown area. Friends and family in attendance. In what is actually her pro debut, as Downey Landry enters the zone, leaves nicely, and a quick shot that sails over the net. Great intensity by New York so far here tonight.
They've been looking fantastic on the forecheck, just absolutely dominating Toronto and being able to set up. Not feeling the pressure. I know that Toronto is really looking to be able to do a little bit more on their forecheck and be able to bring more pressure, but I think they need to see more of that.
Claire Turnbull tries to find Sarah Nurse. Now Sarah Nurse going to the point, and the quick shot saved by Levy. Jade Downey Landry taking it behind her own net. Now hands it over to Baker. She sends it up the ice, and a collision. Toronto settling things down behind its own net. Cut off nicely by Eldridge. Eldridge takes a shot, save! Now Alex Carpenter doing work along the boards. Toronto trying to clear the zone, and they do. But Eldridge flips it right back in.
Right, on Eldridge, Abby Rock told me she thinks she's one of the most underrated players. She feels as though she should be on Team Canada. Says that a part of the developmental pool, she is the best one. She's incredible. She's got a great shot, great work ethic, and she hopes that this stage will help her get that opportunity.
Alex Carpenter behind her own net now. Toronto on the forecheck, trying to make something happen. Brooke Hobson will play it ahead for Eldridge.
For wanting net play, I feel as though Toronto isn't doing necessarily as much of that at this point.
Yeah, the bulk of the grade A chances seem to have come from New York to this point. And a goal to show for it as well. Here's Norcross. Goes around a body, still fights for it, but the puck comes all the way back to Levy, who will calmly come out of her crease to play it over to her teammate, except it almost got to Connors. Levy had to hustle back into her net.
Well, that's sort of her laid-back nature, right?
There you go.
You know a goalie comes out, plays the puck, that they have the confidence, but you never know. There could be a Maggie Connors right there on your back.
Toronto still fighting for their first goal in PWHL history. Back up to the point is Callie Flanagan, the American. One of only 2 Americans on this Toronto roster.
Yeah, the Toronto roster is very Canadian.
11 Ontario natives even.
And also, of course, Troy Ryan and Gina Kingsbury, head coach and general manager, are that of Team Canada.
Yes, very familiar with most of the women on this roster.
And on New York as well, a number of Canadians as well.
Fair point. Here's Chloe Gerard, who represents France, actually. And a quick shot that's blocked up and out of play. The official online shop of the PWHL is now open. Gear up for game day with jerseys and apparel for your favorite team. Visit shop.thepwhl.com to complete your game day fit. We've seen all kinds of game day fits rocked around here tonight. And you know, Julia, I know for Christmas I actually went online and bought a couple of game day pucks and a couple of other items from the shop. So they've got some good swag to check out when you get a chance.
Oh, you just threw me under the bus, because my mom's been asking for swag, and I said, I don't know. I don't get any free swag, I don't think. You're going to have to go online. So that's where she can go online and buy some swag, as you guys can too.
Back here at Total Mortgage Arena, Toronto still looking for an answer. Fast with a goal, or the shot that deflects wide. Looks like we might have a penalty coming. Oh. And someone's down on the ice, slow to get up. Jamie Bourbonnais, defender for New York.
Oh, and it's, she got laid out by Emma Malte last game. Well, she been just really banked up. We got to see a replay of what happened here.
It's actually Jill Saulnier.
Oh,
It's Jill Saulnier. I thought it was 14, but Saulnier. Here we go. Get another look at it here. Big hit.
Oh, wow.
Renata Fast.
Wow, just stands her up right there.
A lengthy explanation here as both sides want to know what's the call, and I think that's still part of this young league, is figuring out that gray area and what
It is a gray
and what's
area,
not.
yeah, you're right.
We're going to take another look at this, and the upper right corner is where you'll see Fast just kind of get her with her stick, but it didn't look vicious, and they're going to let him play 5-on-5. They're not going to call a penalty on that. It was unfortunate. Saulnier went down.
I think it's the right call because Fast was just getting rid of the puck off her stick. Wasn't anything malicious about it. Part of the game.
So they play on 5-on-5. And we'll keep an eye on Saulnier as well.
But yeah, that would have hurt. It definitely would have hurt.
Chloe Aurard will flip it in for New York. Abby Rock back on the ice. The lone goal scorer of this game so far. Hobson tried to chase it down, but Abby Levy says, I'll just freeze this puck. It is a unique thing to play side by side for your country, as so many of these women do, and then go against each other now in the PWHL.
It is. It's so crazy. Even Toronto's top line. Sarah Nurse, Blair Turnbull, Jessie Comfort. Jessie Comfort playing for Team USA. The other two for Team Canada. Maybe picking up some tips.
Here comes Alex Carpenter with speed. Turned the other direction by Toronto quickly. Maggie Connors enters the zone, takes a shot, and Levy hangs on. They'll line up again as Toronto will take an O-zone face-off once more, trying to get something going. Toronto can't hold the zone. They'll come all the way back as Renata Fast will collect behind her own net. Here's Fast now turning it up for Captain Blair Turnbull. Cut off by New York. And a long shot turned aside by Campbell. We've got a power play here for Toronto.
2 minutes for slashing.
Maggie Connors flips it ahead. A good kill so far. Now Jessie Comfer. Play it back. Toronto will regroup once more. Just over a minute to go on the man advantage. As Comfer gets taken down. Now Howard to feed the point. It's LaRock. Hands it off to Malte. Malte going down low for Comfer. Comfer up for Flanagan. Plays it off the boards. And another whistle.
Looks like we've got some more action going on here. Another, Toronto's gonna have a 5-on-3 again, like they did in game 1. Okay, so Jamie Bourbonnais goes to the box. Let's take a look.
See with the penalty. Oh yeah, that's a cross check.
That'll do it. That will put you in the box there.
Right into the boards, and it'll be 5-on-3 for Toronto. Will this be enough for Toronto to get its first goal in PWHL history? LaRock feeds Howard. Now Howard back to the point. Malte up top for Flanagan. Flanagan waiting, feeds LaRock. Oh no, Abby Rock's without a stick.
Yeah, her stick's going.
Howard tries to take advantage. Puck is loose in the crease and batted down.
Troy Ryan talked about those stick lifts they want to do.
Here comes Comfer. Still no stick for Alex Carpenter. She gets it, and a quick save. Now Levy doesn't have a stick. It's chaos for New York, and Toronto is trying to take advantage.
We have a stick problem out here.
Malte back to LaRock.
Somebody give her
over
a
to
stick.
Malte. Time winding down on the period. Quick shot, short side, save. Puck is still loose, and she still doesn't have a stick.
The stick actually just stopped it.
What a clear for New York. to be shaking his head.
Sarah, after 20 minutes of play on the road here against New York again, how do you feel your team played?
I think there are a lot of good things to take from that period. I think we can bear down. Obviously, we want to outnumber in front of the net and pick up sticks, but I think our forechecks look really good, and I think we're going to get a bounce more in our way this next period.
Sarah, you guys started the period, will start the period on the power play. What's the message in order to get that equalizer?
I think it's all about process. Obviously, we want to get the momentum for our team, so if it doesn't end up being a goal, we want to swing the momentum in our direction so that when we do get back to even strength, we can have that momentum and come at them wave after wave.
Thanks so much for the time. Yeah. Again, it's 58 seconds of power play time for Toronto as they begin this period. And they are going to do their best to take advantage. There was a moment where Alex Carpenter didn't have her stick as a penalty killer, so it was basically a 5-on-2. Abby Levy didn't have her stick, so.
A lot of drop sticks in that power play.
And yet, somehow New York able to keep it out of the net.
Well, Sarah Nurse said in the interview that you had with her that even if they don't score, they want to use this as momentum.
Yes. And they'll try to use that momentum now as they gain the zone. Blair Turnbull fighting along the boards for possession, comes out to Sarah Nurse, and her shot deflects up and off the glass. A good chance for Maggie Connors on the side. Sealed off nicely by Levy. Another shot from Nurse. Loose puck in front, they score! Natalie Spooner right in front of the power play goal to tie it.
That's exactly what they needed and exactly how they were going to do it. A gritty goal, getting a puck right in front of the net, and Natalie Spooner, one of the best players in the game, is the one to put it away. We see that they have so much net front presence. They have that pressure, they set up really well on the points, and then it's a shot, and then just really just banging it in. Really? Oh, Blair Turnbull getting a chance on it. There's one shot, and then Natalie Spooner putting it back. They will be very relieved that they were able to get something done on the power play there.
And Troy Ryan has to be glad that they finally made life difficult on the New York goalie. He talked about how it was far too easy for Corinne Schroeder in game one, and probably Abby Levy too through the first period of the second game.
Right, and they had 4 power plays in that first game. He said that he felt that they were just standing around a lot of the time. But now, and we know that Natalie Spooner had a great first game. She had a lot of net front presence. She drives to the net, and she's now Toronto's first ever goal scorer in PWHL history.
Congratulations to Natalie Spooner. Some history for herself. And Toronto has tied this game and also stopped New York's run of unanswered goals at 5. 4-0 win on New Year's Day for New York. And a 1-0 lead early. Madison Packer trying to break out of her own zone. She'll skate it in, joined by her teammate, and Jaguar takes a shot that's blocked. Good chance in front for Packer, couldn't hold on to the puck.
Yeah, it's great to see Madison Packer here on the ice. People know her so well from being captain of the Riveters. She's had a long, storied history. She has one of the most incredible careers.
Vasco with a shot, and a nice save for Levy.
All right, well, let's take a look at the goal scored by Toronto. We saw that they set up well on the points, and then, of course, Natalie tries to get it banging in, and Blair Turnbull helps out, and then Natalie, I love the look on her face, just of elation. A bit of surprise, but elation. Natalie doesn't hide it. You knows when she's happy.
Brittany Howard will send it back to the point, slings it across for Knowles. Knowles' shot deflects wide and off the glass. New York coming away with the puck as Baker turns it up. And here comes New York. Jesse Eldridge on the forecheck. A good answer early in the period to certainly take advantage on the man advantage. Here comes Ella Shelton, goal scorer from game 1. Ooh. Nice pass to Jesse Eldridge and just couldn't connect.
You just knew she was going to do something sneaky there. She had that little cutback before.
Here's Sarah Nurse with speed, breaking toward the net and had it taken away by Bourbonnais. Good chance now here for Sarah Nurse. And it's amazing How one goal can suddenly change everything, right?
Hey, that's all it takes. Gives a whole lot of momentum to a team that's been struggling, and they find the back of the net, and then you see that you can break down the goalie. You know that you can score. You're finding chemistry. It's real key. It's incredible what kind of momentum it has on a team. It can open things up.
Baker will send it down low, cut off nicely by Toronto, and Nurse still on the ice. Feeds her teammate, Renata Fast joining the rush. Beautiful pass to Turnbull. Turnbull off her backhand. Puck is still loose and a save by Levy.
Yeah, that was a beautiful play. Renata Fast is so incredible at entering the zone. She brings that puck in with such speed and just such confidence.
Beautiful pass. It sailed through the crease. Nobody home, but good idea. Jones fighting to keep possession for Toronto. Great energy for Toronto here in the early going of this second period.
Yeah, completely different team, it feels like. They just got that pep in their step.
Savannah Norcross try to turn it the other direction. Cut off by Kogan. Kogan fights through a check. They'll go to work along the boards, fighting for possession here in what's now a 1-1 game. Good chance in front, and Spooner was right there, but couldn't handle the pass.
Yeah, I think it...
Puck was still loose momentarily, but Abby Rock will settle it down. Cut off nicely by Jones. What a shift for Toronto.
I mean,
Here's Spooner. Tried to go right to the slot. Couldn't connect with Connors. Spooner again, wheeling behind the net.
They got to get someone in the slot there. Everyone's trying to get passes there.
Trying to create as Natalie Spooner does best, and finally New York gets a clear.
Well, talking to Ella Shelton before the game, she said that the second period was something that they were keying in on because that was something that was a real issue for them in the first game, and we see it here in this second game. Great pressure. We see Sarah Nurse.
Ooh, what a move.
What a deke. That was so fire. Holy smokes. And she's unable to keep control of the puck, but you know, she's showing off just her high impact abilities. We know that she's a leading scorer in Olympic history.
Yes. Another good chance for Toronto right in front. They score! Traffic in front of the net. Toronto will take its first lead in their PWHL history. And it looks like it was Alexa Vasco.
From the face-off, St. Catharines, Ontario's own Alexa Vasco gets this one in after an initial save from the face-off. Just bangs it in.
Don't let the final score of the first game fool you. These two are gonna become fierce rivals and good competitors.
Yeah, that's the thing. Howie Draper said we can't just rest on our laurels that we won one game 4-0. I mean, it's not like the league was won in one game, and especially under those circumstances. Everyone was so excited with the atmosphere and history being made.
Here's Alex Carpenter tried to find her teammate in the slot. Nice defense by Toronto. Here comes Comfer. Goes cross ice for Nurse. Nurse looking, shooting, and a save by Levy. Good chance short side.
Nice little
Blair
cutback.
Turnbull right in front, and it just went over the net.
A completely different story in this second period right now. Toronto connecting so well on their forecheck.
First time New York has had a deficit. They are trying to climb out of. Two quick goals here in the second period have changed this game entirely. Now New York will try to settle things down and gain some kind of zone time. Saulnier back on the ice. Still can't gain the
A
zone.
little banged up there.
Looks like they were in offside. 2-1 Toronto. Less than 7 minutes in. Oh, it was icing. I'll take it all the way back to the other side of the ice.
We're still trying to keep up here too.
It's everyone's first game around here.
It's a fast game.
Not the players.
It is a fast game. I am so in love with how fast this game has been. in all of them.
Face off one in the O-zone by New York. Boyarard back to Shelton, her shot blocked. Shelton collects in the neutral zone, tries to turn it up the ice. Instead, here comes Toronto. Callie Flanagan coming down the right side. And Bourbonnais will collect. Held in by Fast. Fast going down low. Toronto will go for a partial change. And New York unable to break out. Maggie Connors now from the right side. What a pass!
Ooh.
And a nice shot that was briefly saved by Levy. A lot of opportunities for Toronto. They cash in on 2 of them, and it's a 2-1 lead. Toronto will try to come away with it. Ella Shelton holds for New York. Now Malte sends it across the ice for Larocque. New York trying to find its game after a sleepy start to this middle frame. But back to Coach Ryan, you know, he said, I thought about playing coach and kind of snapping the girls out of it. But then I thought, why would I ruin such a momentous day and such a historic occasion? They lost 4-0, but here tonight they have a 2-1 lead.
I know, I think that's such an interesting perspective. So cerebral in that moment, too.
Campbell will hang on.
He said he even got emotional when Billie Jean King was reading the rosters, the starting lineup in their locker room. He said, well, if a middle-aged man can get emotional, you girls can too.
He says, I'm usually all business, but he said more than anything else that he's been a part of, and we're talking Olympic gold, world championship gold. He said that that day made him the most emotional, which is very telling.
I mean, it made me emotional. I started crying when I was watching it at home.
Here comes Howard into the zone for Toronto, just wide of the net. Howard doing work down low. New York comes away with a loose puck. They'll flip it ahead as Peyton Levis gives chase. Zafuto tried to send one, but it was deflected wide. Now Elizabeth Jaguar walking the blue line. Feeds Levis. Levis to Jaguar. And they play catch. Back to Zafuto at the point. Slings it across, the shot from the point. Kick save.
That's New York's best chance, best setup so far this period, it feels like.
Yeah, the first sustained O-zone pressure that they've had in this middle frame. Here comes Saulnier. Fought off by Nurse. Blair Turnbull trying to gain possession of the puck and does so. Goes across for Nurse, just out of her reach, but she catches up to the puck and carries it in. We get a whistle down low. Just over 10 minutes to play. We've got a slashing call, so Toronto will go back to the power play. Elizabeth Jaguar, the guilty party for New York. Their first coming off the stick of Natalie Spooner. And remember, rule change here for this inaugural season of the PWHL. If a team scores shorthanded, it is a true penalty kill, which means the penalty is over. Extra motivation, if you will, for New York to kill this off with a shorty.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's like, okay, well, let's kill this off and let's score.
Abby Rock blasts one, but it was held in by Toronto. Fast, goes across for Nurse. Nurse, down low, Spooner right in front. Sealed off by Levy. Back to Nurse. Up high for Fast. Now Connors settles down, a bouncing puck. Hands it off to Turnbull. Back to the point for Fast. Fast, working in down low, looking for a lane. Fast still with it, bodies in front of the net. Nurse takes a slap shot,
wow.
just off the post.
Wow. That looked like it went in almost.
I didn't hear the iron.
You didn't hear the...
So I thought maybe it did.
The sound was off.
They might look at it.
Yeah.
Because that was a laser
It was.
off the stick of Sarah Nurse.
Wow.
Jesse Confer will play it back. Play continues as Callie Flanagan carries in for Toronto. New York trying to kill off the third penalty here tonight. Callie Flanagan couldn't handle the pass, gets it back and goes down low. Howard up to the point for Flanagan. Now Howard gets it back, skates in off her backhand, sends it behind the net. Out to the point for Larocque, thought about a shot, instead passes off to Malte. Confer down low. Malte with a shot, gloved and held by Levy.
All right, let's look at that mysterious shot off the post that befuddled us.
Sarah Nurse with the shot. Where did this puck go? Oh, it was. So that was one chance, and now here another for Toronto.
Right, New York under siege here. The power play is looking great. The puck moving abilities, being able to connect, getting shots off, getting almost a shot in.
Incredible period so far for Toronto, and they are going to try to add to their lead. Loose puck in front. Levy is down, but New York able to get it clear. Jaguar out of the box. We're back to full strength. Abby Levy out of her net. Toronto buzzing this period as Alex Carpenter tries to settle things down for New York. Larocque sends it right back in and goes for a change. 7.5 to go here on the middle frame of what has been a highly entertaining game between these two clubs. The crowd getting involved as well.
Howard just picks that right off of her.
Shot saved by Levy. Eldridge comes away with it. You hear chants of defense from the crowd here at Total Mortgage Arena.
And they're not wrong.
This crowd willing its team to answer what's been a great period for Toronto so far. Looking like they're still on the power play. And we do get a whistle.
Welcome back. PWHL Toronto leads PWHL New York 2-1. We're joined by head coach of New York, Howie Draper. Howie, we know you wanted to really do things in the second period, tighten things up. What's gone on so far?
Well, I think we've had some missed assignments in front of our net on 2 occasions, and that was one of the things we talked about. Toronto likes to go to the net hard, and we've got to make sure that we're boxing them out. And I think in 2 occasions we didn't do that. And Toronto's a good team, so you give them those chances, and they're highly likely to put the puck away.
Thanks so much, Coach.
Yeah, we know this league is a true best on best. Good players are going to score if you give them too many grade A chances.
And power plays. I really should have put that disclaimer in the question. 2 power plays.
Well, New York gets its first power play of the game tonight. Abby Rock going down low. Carpenter had it between her skates. Ella Shelton holds his own. Saulnier will sling it around. And Turnbull's without a stick. New York trying to take advantage of a 5-on-4 that might as well be a 5-on-3 with the captain stickless on the ice for Toronto.
I mean, this could change everything if New York is able to score on this power play. Knowing how much they dominated the first 20 minutes and dominated the first game.
Here's Rock, already 1 goal tonight.
Alex Carpenter's due.
Carpenter going cross ice. Shelton fanned on a shot. Nice hold by Carpenter. Here she comes. Carpenter weaving in. Tried to go cross ice for Rock, and it was cut off nicely by Larocque. Good clear for Toronto as New York tries to come back once more. Here's Carpenter gaining the zone. Feeds it to Eldridge. Carpenter down low. Fights off Larocque, back to Eldridge. Eldridge with a shot, blocked on the way. Renata Fast joining the rush shorthanded. Here she comes. Renata Fast looking to pass, and a save by Levy.
Well, that'll get some momentum for New York.
Here comes New York now. Malte catches up to the puck. And Confer sends it ahead, short-handed chance, save Levy!
It's like we're just watching this on a rerun, you know? Save. Go to the other end. Bring it out.
Great
Shot.
effort, short-handed here by Toronto. Again, a short-handed goal kills the penalty. We're back to 5-on-5. Great kill by Toronto, and they've got numbers now again if they hurry. Sarah Nurse with a shot, saved. Puck is loose in front. JP Bromerde had it off her stick. Willoughby settles it down. Takes it down low. Checked along the boards by Downey Landry. Toronto able to hold as Larocque sends it down low for Nurse. Under 5 to go here in a 2-1 game. New York scored first, Toronto answered with 2 in the second. Shot by Leslie. Another chance by Nurse that was blocked on the way.
Yeah, these final few minutes, definitely pivotal to see who has the momentum going into the final frame.
Offensive zone face-off for Toronto, won by New York, but Toronto picks up the loose puck. Renata fast, battling for possession along the boards. Had it taken away, and here comes Downey Landry looking for help. She has the puck stripped. Back and forth they go as Toronto flips it in. New York probably just trying to survive the final 3.5 minutes of this second period. Vasco had it bounce off her stick, sends it down low now for Howard. Leslie collects along the boards. Downey Landry takes it right back.
We'd be happy just to get out of this 2-1, honestly, at this point, the way Toronto's playing.
Peyton Levis takes it away. Nice feed across. We've got bodies all over the ice, Julie. Here's Malte. Malte skating in. A little too fancy there with Connors, and New York comes away with it. Abby Rock feeds Eldridge. Cross ice for Carpenter. Carpenter saved by Campbell.
Nice shot from Carpenter. We're waiting for her to do something. She's got it in there. She's got a great shot.
She is a playmaker, if ever we've seen one. There she is with the top! Alex Carpenter right on cue has tied this game at 2.
And we're back in the New York groove, baby. And that is Alex Carpenter being Alex Carpenter. Right there in the slot. She gets the puck. Oh, I mean, just an absolute laser. That's classic Alex Carpenter.
You called it, Julie. You said she's due.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
You said she's due. We talked about how dangerous she is. In fact, many players around the league have called her one of the most dangerous goal scorers on the ice.
Yeah, they say she's also one of the most underrated, too. She's got deceptive speed. She has that great shot, but they feel as though she might not have been used as well with the U.S. or been one of the bigger stars, maybe.
What an answer for New York.
Wow.
We mentioned they wanted to just escape this period without any further damage. They did more than that.
Yeah, Alex Carpenter hurt us.
Here's Coffer now, trying to answer for Toronto, taking it hard to the net, sealed off by Levy. New York wants a call for too many men. They won't get it.
And I just want to say hi, Mom, who's in Canada right now.
Fresh 2 minutes of power play time for New York now. It's Maud Poulin LaBelle in the box for Toronto. Not at all the finish to this period that Toronto had dreamed up.
It's really been snip, snap for this period.
Well played, my friend. Here's Alex Carpenter, fresh off scoring her second of the season, back on the ice for the power play. Abby Rock fights through a check. Little backwards pass to Shelton at the point. A nice nifty little pass again. Shelton now sends it through. Nice save. Rock back for Shelton. New York trying to set up on the power play. Carpenter now had her shot blocked. And Shelton going cross ice for Rock. Rock settling down the loose puck, looking for a lane, goes down low. Saulnier back to Rock, up to the point. Shelton thought about a shot, now feeds Rock. Down low and a chance. Nice defensive play, puck is still loose, and Campbell will freeze it.
All right, well, let's take a look at Alex Carpenter's laser beam of a goal again. Just that hand-eye coordination, ripping in top shelf, classic Alex Carpenter. Kristen Campbell, you couldn't have done anything on it. I mean, maybe you could have, but Alex Carpenter, just such skill.
New York wins the draw. Abby Rock thought about a slap shot instead. Will feed Alex Carpenter on the other side. Back to the point for Shelton. Shelton to Rock. Rock down low for Saulnier. Back to Rock. Rock with a shot, just wide. Held in nicely by Shelton. Now down low, it's Saulnier once more. Saulnier tries to get it out to Rock. Rock will hand it over to Shelton. Shelton across to Carpenter. Carpenter shot, save.
Now Carpenter's just going to work on this power play.
Eldridge tried to throw it in front. The horn will sound and a power play will continue in the third period for New York. What a period. Alex, joined by Alex Carpenter, now one of the goal scorers for New York here in a 2-2 game. Toronto certainly had the better play for most of that period. How are you guys able to come back and answer late?
Yeah, I think just like last game, we kind of had a slow second period, so I think we're unfortunately experienced in that area, but we know how to play that way, and we're able to just chip pucks out and then lock it down in the D zone.
And Alex, what is then sort of the message for the final frame to be able to get a home win?
Yeah, I think just, you know, kind of like last game, you know, keep it simple, play our game. You know, we were able to put a couple in last game, and, you know, I think our mentality is just go from here on out.
Thank you so much, Alex.
Thank you.
So we still have Hulen Lebel serving the penalty for Toronto. I believe 6 seconds to go on the power play for New York.
Well, New York, as soon as they get a chance and when they're even strength, their 5-on-5 play has been pretty good. Other than the fact when Toronto got off of that power play, they had so much momentum and belief. I think, honestly, just getting that one goal after they'd had 62 shot attempts in the first game and nothing could get through. And honestly, nothing was truly threatening, but just getting Natalie Spooner to get their first goal says, hey, you know what? We can do this. We know we can do this if we play better in front of the net.
Natalie Spooner will go down as the first to score in PWHL Toronto history. We'll see if Toronto starts as fast as they did in the second period. Right now, it's just a battle for possession as New York will flip it in, and Renata Fast catches up to it. Spins off Alex Carpenter and will now turn it up. Here she comes, in with speed, goes across for Turnbull. Turnbull plays it along the boards for Sarah Nurse, who takes a big hit below. Peyton Levitt's on the ice for New York, tried to play it ahead.
Peyton Levis is someone that Alex Carpenter told me she was so impressed by.
How about that chance for Jessie Comfer, just over the cage and off the glass. Abby Rock settling things down, will skate through the neutral zone for New York. Here she comes with speed. Abby Rock going behind the net, tries the centering pass.
Oh,
just stayed out of it, and it goes in.
Wow.
The officials are
no.
immediately waving it off.
Yeah, no goal.
The crowd went wild. New York went wild.
Let's take a look at this. I didn't know when that whistle went. So you see Abby Rock bringing it into the zone. She's doing a great job with possession, and then she finds right in front of the net.
Beautiful pass.
Beautiful pass, that's what she's known for. They battle. Does it go in? Let's see this angle from up top. Okay, Chloe Aurard. Right there, their stick.
Yeah, the puck was never frozen, so they're gonna look at this.
Yeah, when did the whistle blow? I didn't hear it.
I mean, Howie Draper clearly wants an explanation, because I didn't hear a whistle while that puck was still loose. You saw the crowd's reaction.
Yes.
You saw the team's reaction in terms of New York.
That was it.
Still a whole period here to play in a tie game. New York's home opener for the PWHL. And Leslie with a nice pass and just missed Howard.
Tough turnover there.
Here comes Jaguar. Jaguar has Saulnier with her. Jaguar tries to feed Saulnier and couldn't connect. Big hit delivered by Downey Landry. It sent Leslie to the ice.
Just stood her up right at the blue line.
Here comes Howard. Off her backhand, gets a shot on goal, steered aside by Levy. And Jesse Eldridge will carry for New York. Alex Carpenter with her. Toronto will get a clear as Sarah Nurse comes with speed, taken down. Levy will hang on, but we've seen physicality early in this period.
Yeah.
A little bit of contentious action on the ice.
It always gets that way. The physical play. There'll be a little chip on their shoulder now to New York after not having that goal. That's a
heavy hit delivered by Taylor Baker. But you know, in talking to some of these players, they want that physicality. We talked about it earlier in the game. If you're doing true best on best hockey, they want the refs to let them play. It makes the game more competitive. It gives more fire to the rivalries. Peyton Levis connecting with Eldridge. Now Eldridge tries to throw it out front. Puck is still loose and cleared away by Nurse. Now Bourbonnais has it blocked by Nurse. Jesse Eldridge holding the zone for New York, working in, tries to go cross ice for Levis and just missed. Here comes Comfer. Cross ice now for Nurse. She'll carry into the zone for Toronto. Back to Comfer. Cross ice pass and a chance in front for Larocque.
Larocque almost had him there. It's a nice passing play by those guys.
Jamie Bourbonnais from behind her own net. Reverses for Shelton. Shelton has to fight off Kogan. And Bourbonnais taken to the ice. Jess Jones upended Jamie Bourbonnais, and she is slow to get off the ice.
Jamie Bourbonnais again, just getting ragdolled out here.
Here's Emma Woods with a nice move. They gain the zone. Orard catching up to the loose puck. Battle along the boards. Less than 4 minutes gone in this final frame.
I know.
It has been all of the excitement we can handle.
Yes, we are so excited right here. Let's take a look at Abby Levy's save on a great Toronto chip. Sarah Nurse, nice little dip, sends it over to Jocelyn Larocque. Unable to get it past, a bit too tight for a shot right there. But more hard hits. A little hip check.
Jess Jones getting involved.
Yeah, Jess Jones, who draws in for this game tonight in place of Hannah Miller. She was told beforehand she's gritty. She's got a big personality. Great on offense. Trains with Emily Clark in the summer.
Another heavy hit delivered by Saulnier.
I also know, talking with some of the women, they want to show people, anyone who's a naysayer of the game, just how tough they are. Like, there's a little bit of that goes on as well. Like the women's game, of course, there's no fights, you know, there's no hitting, really. But the body contact, I want to show them they're tough. And they are.
Yes. Here comes New York. Jade Downey Landry leading the charge, had it stripped by Spooner. Emma Malte gains the zone for Toronto, and her pass cut off. Now a chance for Toronto. Loose puck seared aside by a New York defender. Rougeau delivering a big hit on Peyton Levis right along the boards. My goodness.
It would be tough to officiate this game in terms of these hits.
Here comes Alex Carpenter, in with speed, takes a shot that was deflected wide. Let's see if the chippiness continues, and escalates here late in the game.
I mean, these two are the only teams that have faced one another so far. They are each other's rivals in the league.
A home and home to start the season. New York won in Toronto 4-0 on New Year's Day. Wonderful turnout for that home opener.
It just looked so electric. Natalie Spooner.
Ella Shelton now. Rock with a shot, fought off of the blocker, and another save by Campbell. New York able to hold, though, briefly. And now Sarah Nurse comes down the left side, shorthanded. Great pass to Turnbull, and a save by Levy.
Oh, man. Right off her arm. Levy's so big, that 6'1" frame. Look at her. Just massive there.
A great chance shorthanded for Toronto, and another reminder that if Toronto scores shorthanded, the penalty is over. Toronto has shown they are dangerous when shorthanded, and here they come again on the rush. It's Comfer.
Let's see if Levy has it.
Comfer takes a shot, save, they score! Emma Malte puts Toronto on top. The penalty is over. We've got our first shorthanded goal.
That's tough. A 2-on-1 like that. She stops the first one, she can't get the second.
Let's take a look at the save just before this. Abby Levy doing her best to keep Toronto off the board.
Yep, kind of goes off of her shoulder there. She did that earlier. And then she makes the first save, the initial save, and then, I mean, it's impossible at that point. Shorthanded. See Comfer come in.
Wow, so a shorthanded goal brings us back to 5-on-5. And it's a big one, as it is a 3-2 lead now for Toronto.
Yeah, so Ali Monroe comes out of the box. We still have one in there.
Toronto looking for more back at 5-on-5. What a game as Natalie Spooner enters the zone for Toronto, only to have it taken away by New York. Here comes Abby Rock. Rock, Emma Woods with her, leaves. And that shot goes wide. Blair Turnbull spins off, a defender keeps the play alive for Toronto. And both sides will go for a change.
You'd be a little bit shocked right now if you're New York. You had a shorthanded goal scored on you. You had a goal taken away.
No time for shock in this league, Julie.
Nope.
Here's Downey Landry, and it's gobbled up by Campbell. A back and forth affair between Toronto and New York.
Look at who's on the ice right now. You got some of the best scorers in this league. Jesse Eldridge, Alex Carpenter. Peyton Levis has been incredible.
Yes.
That's what Alex Carpenter told me. She said, I'm so impressed with Peyton Levis, who is playing in her second competitive game right now.
Right.
She had
recent grad of Ohio State.
Yeah, she had that great assist on Carpenter's goal last game.
Callie Flanagan sent it across to her partner. And Monroe finds Spooner in the corner. Back and forth they go, a 1-0 lead after one for New York. Toronto answered with 2 goals in the first 5 minutes of the middle frame before New York tied it late in the second.
And I think if you're Toronto, you got to stay hard on the puck because you know what New York can do, and they've been given time and space. Last game is a great example. You open the door up, and you get 3 goals scored against you.
Well, it looked like Toronto was dominating the second period, and all of a sudden, Alex Carpenter entered the chat. We'll see if that can happen again as Larocque will flip it in for Toronto.
Oh, save by Abby there.
Jesse Comfort keeping the play alive for Toronto. Tries to go short side, sealed off by Levy. Play kept alive momentarily, but now comes out to the neutral zone. Sarah Nurse will get it at the blue line. Tried to connect. Nice defensive play by Abby Rock. Now Ella Shelton will lead the charge for New York.
Gets it taken away right there.
Great
Turnovers.
play by Nurse. Abby Rock with a stretch pass, tried to find Norcross and couldn't. Abby Levy coming but out of her net. And now New York through the neutral zone. Here comes Savannah Norcross. Less than halfway. There is the whistle for the near halfway point of this third period. It's more than halfway through this third period in a 3-2 lead for Toronto. We've seen just about everything. Lead changes, shorthanded goal, physicality, lots of penalties.
Yeah, we've seen everything, really.
And you know, the one thing Howie Draper really can't be too pleased about is the lack of discipline in terms of the number of power plays they've allowed Toronto tonight. He talked to us earlier in the week about how if it were up to him, his team would be the least penalized team in the league at the end of the season.
Well, I mean, the first game you had 4, and what do you have now?
At least 3.
At least 3.
Sarah Nurse collecting for her team. Sends it up the boards to Turnbull. Here's Comfort. Stops up. And hit along the boards by Emma Woods. Here's Chloe Gerard. Tries to feed the point. Abby Rock hammers it over to Woods. And here's Rock gaining the zone for New York. A quick chance and a save by Campbell. Another rebound, and it just went wide.
There's a good chance for Emma Woods there. Nice little play between Gerard, Rock, and Woods.
Under 8 minutes to go here in the third and possibly final frame of this game. Toronto looking for its first win after a 4-0 loss at home on New Year's Day. And here comes Toronto working in, sealed off by Levy. They play on as Leslie gets checked along the boards by Olivia Zafuto. Plenty of chippiness, and the refs are letting them play. Just as we saw on New Year's Day. Here's Rougeau with a shot from the point. Loose puck in the crease.
Well, they wanted to take away the goalie's eyes, and I don't know how he saw that.
Flanagan with another blast from the point that deflects up and over the net. New York comes away with it as Elizabeth Jaguar takes it down the right side. Her shot fought off by Campbell. Now Natalie Spooner in with speed. Stops up quickly, looks for help, finds it, and a shot saved by Levy.
That was nice pad save there.
Levy has been busy.
She's been really busy. And you know what? That won't bother her. Her demeanor is so unlike a goalie. It's so unlike Corinne Schroeder. Very different. She's laid back, she's calm. I asked her what it's like doing the tandem goalie thing. She said, I just want our team to win. If it's Corinne in net, I want her to win. And she's always been like that. She said she was the 3rd child of 5. She was always sort of having to be on, help stop the chaos in the house, and it helped shape her. And I spoke with her goalie coach, Mo Bradley from Boston College, who said that she was really raw when she came in. She was very athletic, but just was kind of all over the place, think like Jonathan Quick. And then she sort of helped her with, you know, it's not just one shot you're going to see, it's the second shot, it's the third shot. So being able to be positioned properly. But she said she's just an incredible person to be around and people trust her.
Great stuff, and she's faced plenty of shots here tonight. 35 shots for Toronto, 25 for New York. Downey Landry gets back up after falling to the ice, hands it off to Bourbonnais. Bourbonnais leaves from Shelton, who plays it up ice, and out of play. But a terrible start if you're Toronto. They responded to that opening day loss with a bang. Natalie Spooner scoring the first ever goal for PWHL Toronto in the second. And then just 4 minutes later, Alexa Vasco adding her name to the list. Then in the third, a shorthanded chance for Toronto ends up in a goal for Emma Malte. That right now is the go-ahead goal in what is a 3-2 lead for Toronto, looking for its first ever win in the PWHL, Julie.
And Emma Malte has been all over this game. She's had 5 shots so far, and I'm not surprised. She was all over the first game, too. She's a goal scorer. She had 106 points in 196 games for Ohio State. She has a knack for finding the net, and she's not afraid to use her physicality, use her offense to be able to get in front of the net.
Kristen Campbell playing the puck calmly behind her own net. Cut off by Emma Woods as New York has 5 minutes and change to try to answer and tie this game at 3. Back and forth affair all night long. New York priding itself on a proposed identity of sandpaper and skill. And I think we've seen both tonight.
That's a pretty good identity. It's like the devil and angel.
Under 5 to play here at Total Mortgage Arena. Abby Rock sends it in, and Alex Carpenter will go down low to chase it. Renata Fast makes a nice move, turns it up ice for Toronto. Now from behind their own net, here comes New York. Alex Carpenter with speed, stretch pass up for Eldridge. Eldridge tries to make a move, off her backhand. It's sealed off by Campbell.
Yeah, just didn't have enough on that. Enough mustard, as Cheryl Pounder would say.
Now we're focused on a power play opportunity for New York. Down by 1. 4 minutes to go. Ella Shelton regains control, passes over to Rock. Rock down low for Saulnier. Saulnier back to Eldridge. Saulnier taken down. And a battle along the boards for possession. Hammering away at the puck, both sides desperate to come away with it. Ella Shelton will feed Abby Rock. Rock makes a move and switches sides. Now Shelton, and a pad save.
Gotta get that rebound.
New York able to hold Jill Saulnier, great move, but the puck comes out to neutral ice.
Credit to Kristen Campbell. She's made some great saves.
Solid pad save there. Ella Shelton, goal scorer in game 1, fanned on the shot, had it taken away by Nurse. We've seen one shorthanded goal here today. Here's Nurse streaking down the right side, looking for help. Her teammates had gone for a change.
Yeah, she's trying to cut in there. It's hard on Alex Carpenter.
It's 3-on-1 right now, 4-on-1.
No one can get it away from her.
Abby Rock will lead for Jaguar. Campbell hangs on to freeze the puck. 2.5 to play and 32 seconds remaining on the power play.
Doesn't get any better than this. This is great.
Not much, Julie, not much.
This is great. We love a high-stakes ending.
They're hyping up the crowd. Let's see if they can will their team to tie this game at 3 and send it to overtime.
Well, I know a lot of the women from New York said they really want to be the first team to win at home. You know, they've had a lot of firsts so far.
Right. You're right. All 3 games have been won by the visiting team. A quick shot by Woods. And what a block. Here comes Toronto. LaRocque working in with speed, shorthanded. 20 seconds to go on the power play for New York, and precious seconds ticking away. New York regroups. Bourbonnais now leads the charge through the neutral zone. She'll send it in for Emma Woods. Peyton Levis back now for Woods. Woods over to Hobson. Hobson with a shot that's blocked. Bourbonnais selecting once more. Rings it around the boards, and Campbell will play it. LaRocque over to Fast. Such chemistry between those two.
Oh, I mean, they're the 2 best blue liners, really,
in the league, maybe.
In the league. They've done so well for Team Canada. They know each other so well. That's why LaRocque's on this team. That's why she was drafted on this team.
Young Ella Shelton might have something to say about that. But I agree, Fast and LaRocque have solidified themselves as 2 of the best to play the game. Look at Levy, just hanging out behind her net. Natalie Spooner trying a chance short side, yes. And Toronto making it impossible for Levy to go to the bench. We'll see if she goes here. There she goes. Extra skater coming on for New York. Final minute of the 3rd period. The net is empty. This will go for icing. And with 45 ticks on the clock, we'll have an offensive zone face-off for New York.
And then now it's, honestly, I just feel like Toronto has so much, they got to be more pep in their step. They've got a little bit of momentum behind them. They seem to be dominating the puck more.
Well, they've got their sharpshooters coming on the ice. We've got Abby Rock, Jessie Eldridge, Saulnier. Of course, Alex Carpenter already with a goal here tonight. Bourbonnais and Shelton. 6-on-5 with 45 seconds to go in a 1-goal game. They'll set up once more. And New York wins it back to the point for Shelton. Shelton across to Rock. Rock looking, top of the slot, saved by Campbell, puck is loose.
Ooh, wow. Oh man, Carpenter almost got something on that.
Shelton settles things down at the point. Bourbonnais now tries it, pad save.
Beautiful save.
Toronto clears the zone, and Shelton will chase it all the way back toward the empty net. Abby Rock skating it through the neutral zone. Still an empty net for New York.
Time.
Ella Shelton. Final seconds tick down. The horn sounds, and Toronto has its first win in the PWHL, 3-2.
They'll be very happy about this win.